Good morning, everyone. Say hi, guys. Hi. This is the most random introduction. I'm just in a car park waiting outside the most random introduction to one of my videos. But we are waiting to go into the messy place, which you would have seen on my Instagram. I'll put my tag here below. You would have seen on my Instagram before, and I don't know if I put it on YouTube, but it's a small business, a new business here on the Gold Coast. It's a mum of 2 girls and her husband. Hello. He's a carpenter, so he built a lot of the stuff inside, and it's basically, as the name says, it's a messy place where the kids can come, a heap of tactile play, someone's breaks, a heap of tactile play, make a huge mess, and then you just walk out and someone else cleans it up. So it is ideal if you've got a little toddler. But the exciting part of today is that Channel 7 is here. So they've she messaged me, the owner messaged me and said, do you want to come in? They want to interview a couple of mums. Does Izzy want to come and have a play? And I said, absolutely. So I'll film what I can. But yeah, very excited. We're going to be on Channel 7 tonight, aren't we? So very, very excited. I'll take you along, and I'll take you along for the next couple of days. Actually, it's going to be a couple of days in the life, and we'll get started. Can you say, let's go, guys?
Let's go, guys.
Thank you. Whoa, look at that tripod. It's a bit bigger than Mummy's, isn't it? Okay.
Where's my friend?
Your friend?
What was her name?
Annabelle.
Sleep? You're not going to sleep yet?
I'd like to play with my new toy.
Whose toy is this?
Mine. I don't need this one. It's too hot. Open it. I can open it.
What have you got? What have you got? Cleaned this kitchen yesterday. It is miles away. There's more yet. Toowoomba?
Yeah.
Does anyone else have to clean the entire kitchen before they cook in it? I'm going to cook salmon tonight, the 2 big salmon fillets that I got, and I'm going to cook them. I'm going to make like a caper and lemon butter, put it over the salmon and then put it in the oven. For the butter, I'm just using, obviously butter, capers, I'm putting the lemon slices in and kind of like cooking them in with it, and then I'll put it over the top. And then to stop my butter from burning before the flavour kind of infuses, I'm going to put some olive oil in as well, because that will stop the butter from browning. And then I'm just going to add some salt. So I'll show you how I do that. Pop it over the salmon, pop that in the oven. I think I've got some green beans that I'll pop on the side. And yeah, I'll show you what we're having, and then that will be it for today. So that's kind of like all cooked together now. And as you can see, I've scored the salmon so that I can get that sauce in there, and also the fillets, because they're quite thick, will cook a little bit faster. Good morning, everyone. It is a few days later. It's Sunday now. We've got lots to catch up on, which we'll do this afternoon. I'll sit down and we'll have a chat. But what are we doing today? We're heading out to the shops.
Yeah.
We're going to pop down to Robina. We've got to grab some Nespresso, and we're just going to have a little look around the shops, maybe get some food. Maybe. So I'm going to take you along, and then this afternoon, we'll have a sit down, we'll chat, we'll catch up, and I think we're also going to do a little bit of a house reset. So let's go.
If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! I'm begging on my knees, begging that you won't leave me tonight. I made a promise to you, no players, 4 kids, and I got a
Out on the road.
I'm building a wall. And look, it's got a bed and
My also.
oh, green means go. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
So what's your favourite?
This one.
Whoa, what's that? Jesus. Just got to pay for it first, is.
Right, let's go.
Different intensities, origins.
Thank you. It's enough. Do you need to find the baby? So we're back from Robina. Izzy's asleep in the car, so Aaron has stayed. He's just in the garage actually with the car on, with the rugby on his phone, just chilling in the aircon. And I've come inside and I said to you guys that I wanted to have a bit of a catch up. So I thought we'll do that while she's in the car asleep and then crack on with the rest of the afternoon. So I'm not, I'm going to preface this by saying that I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical practitioner, and I'm not telling you this story to give you any type of medical advice, but I do think that this is something that it's important to talk about and share. Yeah, just to prompt you to look after yourself, I guess, and to do regular checks and all of that jazz. So straight into it. So I found a lump in the top of my right breast a few months ago, and I noticed it and I thought I'm going to monitor it because I didn't have any other symptoms telling me that it was anything, you know, that it wasn't cancer basically. So I didn't have any swelling, itchiness, rash, peeling skin on your nipples, nipple discharge. There was none of that. I just found this lump. And then a few weeks ago, it lengthened in to about the length of my thumb, and probably about the width of my thumb, actually, just kind of like sitting, it's just sitting there. And when it changed, or when I noticed that it had changed, I was like, okay, I need to make a doctor's appointment, because now it's not, the fact that it's changed is a little bit of an alarm bell, and I was monitoring for that. And so I made a doctor's appointment and had a doctor's appointment. Aaron came along and the chap was like, yep, it's definitely got a lump there. He checked my other breast, he checked both of my armpits, and he's like, no, it's just that single lump. So we need to book you in for an ultrasound. So fast forwarding to the end of this story, because this isn't to build drama or suspense or anything. It's not cancer. But I went and had the ultrasound, and she scanned both of my breasts, my nipples, my armpits, took like a heap of photos. And the moment that she put it on the lump, she said that's tissue. She said fibrous tissue. So I stopped breastfeeding in September, and I'm not sure if your breasts change during and post breastfeeding, your hormones change, and I'm not sure whether that's led to maybe I can feel tissue that I couldn't feel before, or maybe it has changed, or I don't know. But anyway, she's like, no, that's just tissue. She took so many photos, and I got so emotional, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel like I've wasted an appointment that somebody else could have had. And she was like, no, like, you know, these are my favorite type of appointments where I get to say to someone like, no, that's not what you think it is, or it's not worst case scenario. Oh, Rosie's got a new toy. And anyway, and she said, just monitor it, and, you know, if you feel like you need to come back and have me check again, like, always make that appointment, always come and have things that you are suspicious of in your body checked. Like, never think that you shouldn't do that. So there was about a week between kind of noticing that it had changed and kind of hearing that news. And during that week, I spiraled mentally. I had a really rough week. Just living in worst case scenario. I think that, and also like trying not to think about it, which just made it worse, because then I was like dealing with it without dealing with it, if that makes sense. And like thinking like, of course, like, you know, you can imagine, like, I'm never going to see Izzy grow up, like all that kind of like really just horrible stuff that I didn't need to be thinking, but you can't help but think it when something like this is going on, I think. And it meant that we ate like shit for a week. I had McDonald's, I had KFC, I had pizza, you know, stuff that we don't usually eat. And that has definitely meant that even after finding out that it wasn't cancer and kind of having that relief, I'm still kind of feeling crappy, because I really treated my body so badly that week. And I just didn't, you know, I didn't nourish it when I was kind of like in the state that I was in. And so I'm paying for it now, basically. So for the next week, we're going to spend together, and it's going to be just getting back on track with meal planning, getting back on track cooking in my kitchen, getting back on track with moving my body, and just, you know, my gut health. Like, I need to eat jars of sauerkraut and drink all the kefir I can, because I just feel like I'm not myself. And I know that that's a repercussion from making some really poor decisions over the last couple of weeks, which I, of course, like, am giving myself grace. And, you know, like, I was emotionally eating 100%, and that's okay, because I was so emotional. But it is like, it's just not a good way of dealing with things. Even in the moment when I knew that I was doing that, I was still doing it. So it's just kind of, you know, even that's overwhelming, just thinking that you're kind of through and past things and kind of have a grip on your mental health, and then something happens and you're like, oh, actually I'm still perhaps a little bit more fragile than I want to acknowledge. So that's my little update. I've also let the house go to absolute shit. I've got washing, you could swim in it. I've got washing that deep. I was umming and ahhing about whether I just like be completely honest about, no, I wasn't umming and ahhing. I was like feeling embarrassed, I think, to kind of like share, you know, like how messy our house is and how crazy the last couple of weeks have been, and how you just kind of like just go, I just can't be bothered with that right now. And because of that, it's like makes my mental health worse, because like as I've mentioned before, like having clean spaces in my house, I know really looks after, gives me clarity and looks after my head. So yeah, so the rest of this afternoon while Izzy sleeps, we are going to run around the house and have a bit of a clean up. We're going to do some meal planning for next week, you know, and I'm going to take you along kind of, yeah, for the next few days as we get back on track, and just have some really nourishing meals, and yeah, just kind of get back on track is such like an overused statement on YouTube. I don't mean that. I just mean like, just look after myself, now that I'm in the mental headspace to do that. So yeah, so that's it. That's my honest, that's just, yeah, that's it. All right. Oh, it's such a heavy topic, but yeah, pause this video, check your breaths. Below, I'm going to link some various government links, and maybe a YouTube video if I can find someone of how to do a proper breast examination. Check your breast regularly, know your body, and if you find something, don't delay, go and get it checked, go and get it looked at, because hopefully, like me, it's nothing. But finding out that it's nothing, yeah, it's just worth the relief, you know, and it's not worth overthinking it if it's, you know, if you are going to find out it's nothing. And then if it is something, the earlier you find out, the better, of course, and being able to kind of know what situation you're in and what your options are is always going to be better than not finding out at all or ignoring it. And I think that as mums, sometimes we put our health and sometimes we put what we need at the bottom of the pecking order in the family, and your health, is the most important thing in your family unit, you know. So pause this video before we go and blitz this house, and I just show you. I'm going to turn the phone around. I'm going to show you what my house looks like. I'm just going to be honest, like, because I know that there's other people sitting on the other side of this going, you think that's messy? Come to my house. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, this is the reality of my life. Like it's a shithole. But do you know what? Like, it is what it is. And I know that we're not alone. So anyway, let's get cleaning. Thanks for listening. So Aaron actually did a whole lot of the dishes this morning, but this is still my kitchen. It's an espresso and a little Woolworths shop from today and some nappies. This is my laundry. Oh, I'm going to show you. This is my laundry. Oh my gosh. Like, guys, are you ready for my lounge room? Keeping it real. We're keeping it real on my channel. We've got to clean it up, but I know your houses get like that too. We just don't see it on the internet. So yeah, let's break that stigma. Our houses get destroyed. We have kids. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess. But yeah, okay, let's go. Let's clean up. Right, I'm going to start cleaning up, but before I kind of get stuck into it, I'm probably just going to make a little musical montage for you. I just wanted to show you the brand of cleaning product that I use. It's plant-based, it's completely natural, it's cruelty-free, and it's Australian. It's called Koala Eco. It's biodegradable as well. But I use, we've got their dish soap, I've got their hand wash, I've got their bathroom cleaner and their glass cleaner, which is amazing. And then this is their kitchen cleaner. This one's lemon, myrtle, and mandarin, but my favorite set that they do is the Rosalina and peppermint, and they do a, it's all right, Rosie. and they do like a pillow spray for sleeping with the peppermint and rosalina, and it is, every night I use it to help me sleep, because it's part of my like sleep routine that kind of lets my body know that it's time to rest. And so I always use that spray, and I just, the peppermint in it is just amazing. What you will have seen me use before is that this is a new one. The other one's just got a little bit left in it, is the fruit and veggie wash. I obviously buy organic when I can, but I still wash everything I buy. And if I'm not buying organic, or if something's been substituted into my shop that's not organic, then washing your fruit and veg, I cannot stress enough how important that is. And this is a fantastic natural product to do that with. And then when it comes to it's all like like with refills, like environmental with refills. So just put some of that in, you top it with water, and you've got another bottle. And when you buy the refills, one of these makes 3 of these. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using, just in case you see the labels and you wonder what it is. But this is what I do my entire house with, is the Koala Eco. I'll link them below. And I think I've also got a code for you to get $25 off your first order. So definitely worth checking out, because $25 off is like a few kitchen sprays. So yeah, give it a go. I've got one of these from, I just bought mine from Amazon. And I use it, 2 things that I bought it to use for. I use it for the bed. It picks up all those baubles off the material without damaging the actual bed. And the other thing I use it for is, you know when your leggings down like the seam, whether it's on the inside or the outside, you get that kind of like barbling. I use it on that as well. So as you can see, all of the baubles have come off. I did buy this, we bought this bed just like our sofas, because all of this linen comes off to be washed. I just found a little Wiggles label. All of this does come off to be washed, so I do need to do that, but that is not a job for today. But yeah, I'll show you. See, it's all in there. How good is that? Just from Amazon. I'll link it below. But yeah. Just before I close the blind at night. Beautiful sunset. Alrighty, that's one room done. Hang on a minute.
Good morning.
morning, everyone. I've just realized, editing the content that I've done already for this video, how long this is. So I'm going to split this into a part 2 as I continue to clean up, and I've got a big grocery haul that's just arrived, and we're going to do some cooking together and just really kind of focus on wellness and movement for the next week. And I will of course take you along, but I can't keep you here any longer glued to this screen. If you're still here, thank you so much for the support. And you guys know I do a happy dance every time I get a new subscriber, every time I get a like. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next